Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another new video. So today I'm going to share my review of the Lenovo L14 Gen 3 laptop. So I have this laptop now for a little more than a year and I have been using this for my regular work, watching some videos on YouTube, listening to music and doing a little bit of gaming. So those are the things that I normally do on this laptop. Now, let's start with the packaging. So this is what the packaging looks like in which the laptop comes. So you have some sticker work over here. It tells like what are the package contains. So you have like one laptop, one battery, and then one adapter, one manual, and then one power card. The price quoted on this is 1,44,146. That's in Indian rupees. I'm going to just translate that to US dollars as well. But then that's not the final price, and you get these laptops, cheaper, provided that, they have like discounts running. Now, if you have to look at the side, and then it just tells that this is an Intel based laptop. So they have a Ryzen series processor on this as well, but this is an Intel. So it's going to be interesting. So we're going to take a look, and you have the Microsoft product key over here. And then it just tells over here that this is ThinkPad L14 Gen 3. Now this is a recycled material, and it's a cardboard box, so you can go ahead and recycle this box again. Now let's deep dive into the laptop. So I'm going to start with the overview with the design of the laptop, and then we're going to go ahead and deep dive into some of the specifications, and then I'm going to go ahead and share my feedback on what I liked about this laptop and what are the areas that Lenovo could do better so that, it just makes a complete package. So let's get started. Now the color, what Lenovo calls this as the Thunder Black. Now since more and more companies are shifting towards sustainability, Lenovo too claims that this laptop is made up of recycled plastic, and this is a TCO certified 9. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ports and slots that this laptop comes with. I'm going to go ahead and check the right hand side first. So if I turn to the right, the first port that we have is the micro SD card reader. And then we have the USB 3.2 Gen 1. This is a USB A. And then we have the Kensington security slot. And then this is the heat sink to release the heat from the laptop. Towards the left, we have the RJ45 connector, which is the Ethernet port. And then we have the USB 3.2 Gen 1. This is for the power. And then you have Intel Thunderbolt 4. We have then HDMI, and then the USB 3.2 Gen 1. This is again a USB-A port. And then we have the 3.5mm headphone jack and mic. And there's an optional smart card reader as well, but this model does not come with that. And if we look at the back of the laptop, so we have some, serial number for security purposes. I'm hiding that. And then we have the badging that shows Windows 11, some more slots to release the heat at the bottom of the laptop. On the side, we have a hinge over here, and also if you look, then this is a SIM slot. So if you have a SIM card, you can insert it into this laptop as well. So this hinge is made up of aluminum. Other than that, everything is made up of plastic. Now let's go ahead and keep this laptop, and I'm gonna open this lid, and let's go ahead and take a look at what are the features that we get on this laptop. So starting with, this comes with a 12th gen Intel Core i5 processor, and this has a Windows 11 Pro that's installed. Of course, if we have to talk about the display, so the display comes with a 14-inch Full HD 1920 by 1080 IPS anti-glare low power display, which actually has a 400 nits of peak brightness. So this laptop is on full brightness right now, as you can see. So that's what the clarity that you get on this display. And 72% of NTSC. Now, if we talk about the memory, this comes with a 16 gigabits of RAM, but some models come up with 32 gigabits DDR4 RAM as well. Now, about the battery, Lenovo claims that this works up to 8 hours, with a 42 watt hour MM18, or up to 10 hours with 57 watt hour MM18. And this supports rapid charge, which means it can charge up to 80% in just 60 minutes with a 65 watt adapter. Now this comes with a 65 watt adapter. So if I plug in right now, and we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the battery. So it says battery level is 47% right now. And it's just going to calculate a little bit so that it gives an estimated time of how much time it is required to finish this laptop to charge completely. So let's go ahead and close this out. Now, this comes with a 500 gigabits of storage, but you can customize that to up to 1 terabyte as well. Some of the things that I wanted to show you that's for your security is that this power button is a fingerprint sensor as well. So let's say I'm locking the computer, and then if I have to unlock it, I can either enter my PIN or my password, or simply what I have to do is just place my finger on this button and it's going to open the laptop or unlock the laptop for me. There you go. That was really quick. And of course, this has a webcam privacy shutter as well. So, sometimes some applications forcefully get access to your camera, and then, to protect your privacy, they've given a shutter over here. So you can just turn that to the right. And then there is a red dot that appears on the webcam, which means the shutter is currently on. So your webcam cannot be accessed. If you want, you can turn that off. And this comes with a small light. So when the camera is in use, you just get a light over here. And then there are 2 far field microphones over here as well. Now, coming back to the bottom, we have 2, user-facing speakers with Dolby audio and then Dolby voice. And like I said, the 2 far field microphones that comes over here as well. Regarding the camera, this comes with a 720p high definition camera, of course, with a privacy protector over here, as you have seen. Now, of course, the weight of the laptop, if I have to say, so this comes about 1.39 kilograms. Now, about the connectivity, now this comes with a Wi-Fi 6E, which is the 802.11ax, which actually requires Windows 11 Pro. And this laptop is running on Windows 11 Pro. Let's go to the device details. So you can see that this is running on the 12th Gen Intel Core i5. The memory is 16 GB, out of which it's only using 6.64 GBs. And, the disk space is 500 gigabits, and then it's just using 101.81 gigabits. And of course, it's continuously checking for those Windows updates. I've purposely turned on my lamp so that you can see, how the anti-glare of the screen works. So fairly, it's looking good. Now let's go ahead and, check on some other settings. So you have all your settings over here. You want to check about your updates. You want to clean your device, which means, some people use some kind of solutions or solvents to clean the laptop. And you have your Dolby access. You can customize how you want the audio quality to be, whether you want it to be for music or movies or gaming and other stuff. And then these are some of the device related settings. So you have your power settings, microphone, display and camera, and then any input accessories as well. And you can perform all these kind of settings for Wi-Fi. You can scan your hardwares, and then if there is any preference that you have for your settings, you can set it up at the preference settings as well. So these are some of the areas where you can, customize if you need. And then, of course, like I said, this comes with a Wi-Fi 6E, and then this comes with a Bluetooth 5.2 as well. Now let's come back to the keyboard. So if we look at the keyboard here, so This is a very convenient and easy to type keyboard. I mean, I have been using other laptops from Dell, HP, and of course I have the MacBook, but this is one of the wonderful keyboards that I have seen so far. It's really easy. It's really giving that, feedback when you're typing. It's really having the space between the keys. So this is really nice. So let's say if I want to, so this is really easy, and it has the spacing between the keys, which makes your typing really easy, and it doesn't feel really cluttered in a way when you're working. Now let's go ahead and check something else. So we have a pointer over here. So you can just move it to any direction that you want. You want to point something, so you can use this as well. I think Lenovo and basically the ThinkPad has this pointer for a really, really long time. They haven't changed the color of this pointer or any design they have applied on it. So it's just a red rubberized texture that you get over here. And the next thing is, of course, the keyboard itself is backlit. So you have there are some models which does not have the keyboard backlit, but on this one, we have the keyboard backlit. So how you can use this is basically just press your function keys and then just press the space bar. So it turns off, and then it has two modes. The first time you press the space bar by pressing the function key and then the space bar, it just turns on. It's really mild and it's very light. And then you press one more time, and then this glows 100%. So that's the maximum brightness that you get from the backlight on this keyboard. Let me go ahead and turn on my light. Okay. Now at the bottom, of course, you have your trackpad over here. And then, of course, you have dedicated buttons for your left and right click, which is a good thing, because sometimes what happens is when the buttons malfunction, you can use your trackpad to click it, so it's still clickable, or vice versa. If your trackpad isn't working for the clicks, you can use these physical buttons to click. Now, these are some of the specifications and features that you get on this particular laptop. And of course, Lenovo calls this laptop as a spill resistant laptop. So which means, I guess, if there are little bits of drops of water, if you spill on it, I think that's going to be okay. You don't have to worry about this. And of course, like we talked about, the track point and the trackpad that it comes with. And of course, the backlit with the LED lighting. So that's optional. Many models do not have this, but my laptop has a backlit functionality as well. So what you get in the box when you order, you just get the laptop, of course, and then you get a 65-watt adapter, which supports your rapid charge, and then a quick start guide. Let's take a look at the display. So let me go ahead and open my Edge, and then let's go to YouTube. And let's search something for a 4K video. And let's see the quality of the display. This is a 4K video that I'm running. So right now it's just running on 480p. So it supports the 4K resolution. So if I go in and click on the 4K resolution, and let's give it a little bit of time, as you can see, the display is really beautiful. And the good thing is that it supports 4K. And the image quality is really good. The color reproduction and everything just looks stunning, so there is no problem over there. And then you get a Dolby speaker, so you can just enjoy some great visuals and some great sound as well. Now, the next thing is I wanted to show you that sometimes I just play a little bit of gaming. So let's go ahead and start Asphalt 8, and let's see how long it takes to load. So it was pretty quick, and I'm going to give it a little bit of time so that this loads properly. I'm going to skip this. So this is the default resolution, so I don't see any problems over there. So you can see that it's really crisp, and there is no lag or anything as such, which is a great thing. As you can see that the display is perfect. I mean, it's just a 14-inch display, but then it won't disappoint you if you're working or if you're someone who wants to play a little bit of game. I just wanted to show you is the flexibility of the screen. Now, this is something I really like it. So I think if you want to just keep the laptop in a standing position, or something you want to work while you're lying down. So in that case, I think it's a great flexibility. So this screen basically goes all the way like 180 degrees, so that you can use this laptop while you can just stick it to somewhere else, and then maybe you can use the laptop like this. So which is a good thing. Regarding the trackpad, I normally don't use this trackpad, but this is pretty quick, and then it just gets the job done. It has kind of a matte finish over here, not the best quality I would say, but then it again just gets the job done. But I just use an external mouse, so this is my mouse, and I just use this for my regular work, which actually is very seamless and just gets the work done. So that was all about my review about the Lenovo L14 2023 model. Now, if I have to talk about the good things that's really useful and something that I didn't like. So the first one I would love is the keyboard. I mean, I'm someone who works a lot, and then, I have to type. I need to get my things down, which mostly involves a lot of writing, like emails, and then, creating reports and things like that. So this is really a good laptop in terms of that for me. So I really love the keyboard especially. And the other thing that I liked is the privacy shutter, which is for your camera. So you basically don't need to put a tape or maybe some kind of other things to cover your camera, just from a privacy standpoint. So it just has that shutter, and then it just gets the job done. And the next thing is the weight. Well, it's not too heavy. It's just about like 1.34 kilograms. So it's an ideal weight, and I don't think there would be much of an issue if you're someone concerned about heavy laptops. So this is not really a very heavy laptop, but then it's just about the perfect weight. And the next thing is, of course, the screen. So this is something I like the most, because the display is really good, and then it's clear, it's crisp, and it doesn't have a lot of border towards its sides. So which is again a good thing, is what I think. The speaker is really good as well, and it gives good audio output. So if you're someone who listens to music on speaker, or you want to do a call or something like that, so this is not going to disappoint you in those grounds as well. Now, something that I didn't like is the plastic body. I think a laptop at this price point, I would expect at least a little bit of more premium finish, having a little bit of aluminum, because it is a plastic. So if I press, you can hear the noise a little bit. So that's not the case, because I also have a MacBook Air, which is really solid built, and I have the MacBook from 2014, which is like best in terms of the design and the quality of materials that they use. So coming back to this, I feel this to be a little bit flimsy, but then I think it's not going to bother many people much. Now, the third thing that I didn't like is the battery. Again, I'm coming from a Mac, standpoint, so which actually gives a good backup of at least 6 hours to me. And I have a Mac that's really old, like almost like 10 years old, and that's giving me like 6 hours of time. So, and this is like at 2.5 to 3 hours. So it's definitely less for me. But I think any laptop in, that runs on Microsoft Windows consumes a bit more power, and then, it gives you, the maximum battery, usage time similar to that particular range. That's one of the things. And the last thing that I didn't like is that the laptop gets really hot. Now, if I'm charging this laptop, of course that you need to charge, because if you're working for, 7 hours or 8 hours continuously, you cannot just run this laptop on battery. So you need to plug in your charger. Now, what happens if this is connected to the charger and then you do some, video call like Zoom or Teams or something like that, or you're on some meeting, so this gets really, really hot. Now, the problem over here is the heat sink that they have given on the side, because what happens if I'm using this laptop and let's say I have a mouse over here. So if I'm using the mouse and then, if this is getting really warm, so this is, I can feel that on my hand as well while using the mouse on the table. So that's one of the negatives that I think. But other than that, in terms of the performance, in terms of the display, in terms of the sound, in terms of the keyboard, I think I'm really, really impressed with this laptop. So if you're someone who works or you're a student, if you, play games, that's perfect. You can use this laptop as well because it has those specifications which will give you some good results. And of course, if you find the screen small, you can use an external display or an external monitor, and you can, just play your games or watch movies or videos on a bigger screen as well. So that was all about my review about this Lenovo L14 2023 Gen 3 laptop. If you have liked this video, please subscribe to my channel, hit that bell notification icon. If you have any questions, please write it down in the comments below and I'll go ahead and reply to those questions as well. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I wish you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.